Hey guys, Nick Espinoza, your chief security fanatic here, and today is more news, and we are talking about Facebook because the FTC, or Federal Trade Commission in the United States, just leveled a $5 billion fine on Facebook, which quite frankly is absolutely ridiculous and not even a slap on the wrist for this company, and I will tell you why. Now, basically, this is for the Cambridge Analytica scandal. If you recall, we found out that Cambridge Analytica was deeply data mining tens of millions of users, and I did an entire video called "It's Time to Put Mark Zuckerberg in Jail" that details the absolute insanity of data mining way before Cambridge Analytica, and absolutely after that. Cambridge Analytica was one stop on the complete data mining and lying to the public, that they have been doing literally for years and years and years. I went all the way back to when Mark Zuckerberg was 19 using primary sources for this. It's ridiculous. But if we're looking specifically at Cambridge Analytica, they had a $5 billion fine, and they also had to adhere to basically a better auditing standard that they have to create internally within the company. Again, that's ridiculous. The FTC basically said that they were required to go through independent audits every other year starting in 2011. That clearly hasn't happened. Otherwise, we wouldn't have a Cambridge Analytica scandal. But this is why $5 billion is a slap on the wrist to a multi-billion-dollar corporation. And let's look at their stock price going on just before Cambridge Analytica. So on March 12th, Facebook stock was $185 a share. On March 17th, the bomb dropped for Cambridge Analytica, and by the 19th of March of 2018, their shares had dropped to $159. They hit a low of $157 a share on April 2nd, and on April 10th, Mark Zuckerberg testified in front of Congress, and literally in the middle of that testimony, he gained $3 to $4 billion in personal wealth, not to mention wealth and value of the company, because the world figured out the US Congress has no flippin' clue how to interview a tech guru like Mark Zuckerberg, asking him basic questions like, how do you make money? I tweeted at the time that if the Congress had sent their children to interview Mark Zuckerberg, he would have been screwed. But he got away with that, basically, and the stock kept going up. Now, by the 16th of April of 2018, the stock had rebounded to $166 a share, and it keeps going up. It dipped for a little bit at the end of the year and has shot way back up. Now, let's fast forward to April of 2019. Jeff Spross of The Week pointed out that Facebook stock jumped by 10% when the company first announced it was getting ready to pay a fine somewhere between $3 to $5 billion to the FTC. Quite frankly, that's a pittance for a company this size. Now, on July 12th of this month, basically when the reports hit the FTC news, the stock went up because, quite frankly, they make way more money than this. Their last quarterly revenue was $15 billion plus. So this is not even denting what Facebook is doing, and they have the ability to pay it out over time if they wish, from what I understand. So that is absolutely crazy. I think it's ridiculous. I think they got a complete slap on the wrist for this, and I'm curious to know what you think of this. Am I just blowing this out of proportion, and $5 billion is a lot, especially when you're talking about an almost $600 billion company? Or, is this what I think it is? Is this an actual slap on the wrist and absolutely ridiculous, and there should be more punishment? Now, I know some lawmakers, like Senator Elizabeth Warren, has called for the breakup of Facebook, given their size and they have no natural competitors directly in their overall space that of the umbrella that they've created. I'm not necessarily saying that, but I think $5 billion is nuts. So that is your news of the day, and please feel free to disagree. And please like, share, follow me here on Facebook and Twitter at NickAESP. And as always, stay safe and stay online. Thanks, guys.